Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I thought that I would show you guys what's in my gym bag and important things that you will need to help you with your weightlifting or powerlifting bodybuilding journey. So here is my gym bag. It is an FNX tactical bag. As you can see, I also decked it out a little bit with a Singapore flag and a US flag. Singapore is where I'm from. And of course, a little message for myself to not give any excuses. Anyway, so let's start off with what I have inside. First of all, I have squat shoes, all right? Here, I have the Adidas, AdiPower 2.0s. I got an old school version because I got it off of Facebook Marketplace for 20 bucks. And so you know what? I'm a cheap Asian and this is what I do, find deals. And so I got these pretty much brand new for $20 and these are my squat shoes. Well, these have a little lift on the heel and that just helps if with anybody that has ankle mobility issues. It also helps to have a stable base. So if you see the bottom is extremely flat and that allows you to spread your feet and have a good grip, firm grip on the floor, which helps with balance and also with your foot drive into the floor. Next, I also have, I call these my deadlift shoes. These are the Nike Metcon 4s, I believe. And these I got at Ross. These were also extremely cheap. I think they were 30 bucks or 40 bucks. The reason I choose Metcons is because they're kind of stiff on the bottom. And at the same time, they're also flat. So, and they're really grippy. So if I were to do deadlifts, they're not going to shift. For example, if you were to wear socks or anything to deadlifts barefoot, I do that when I warm up, but if I'm doing something heavier, I don't want to shift my feet. So I use the Metcon 4s. Next, I have knee sleeves. Knee sleeves just help to give my knees a little bit of support. I've always had knee problems growing up, had patellar tendonitis ever since like the 7th grade because I jumped around too much playing volleyball and basketball. But what I use here are Primal Elites. I got these off of Amazon. I'm gonna link the link below. You can click on the link and purchase it if you want to. These are really relatively cheap and they work really well. I've had these for 5-6 years now and they still work. I do wash them frequently so they don't smell too bad. But basically they keep your knees nice and warm so that when you're squatting and all that stuff, it's all warmed up and it reduces the amount of pain. Add some compression as well. Moving on. I also have a weightlifting belt. I'm sure you've seen me wear this before. This is a lever belt. I personally believe that lever belts are the best. For one, because they're really stiff and they give you a lot of support. And also it's just really easy. You don't have to keep trying to fit the 2 prongs into the little belt hoops. All you need to do is slip it on to how fat or how skinny you are and then close the lever. That's it. All right. As for mine, it is a Elite FTS. I don't think they sell it on their website anymore, but there are many other lever belts that you can find online. I also customized mine a little bit just for fun and just so it's more me, you know? So you can do the same. If you also decide to get a belt hoop one, those are fine as well. Make sure you get a good sturdy one. I'd recommend something like a leather. And I also recommend one that is like the same width all the way around. Usually there are some that are thinner in the front and thicker in the back. Those actually don't give you the best support because when you try to flex your core wearing a belt, some of the tension is actually released through the front. So I recommend something that is the same width all the way around. All right, next, let's move to my smaller pockets. In my smaller pockets, I have things like athletic tape. I use this to put around my thumb sometime when I'm working on my grip and I do hook grip for in the future if I decide to transition or learn how to do Olympic weightlifting. It'll be good for my grips because I won't be using straps there. I also do have some like self-adhesive tape. I like pink, second favorite color. Basically, I use this. I use it sometimes on my thumbs, and sometimes I also use it as like a patellar band. So I roll it around my knee and then I roll it down to help become like a patellar band and help give some cushion to my knees. And then I also have floss bands. Now, floss bands are used during my warm-up. What it does, it basically helps release the fascia that's in your muscles. At the same time, if let's say I can't find a band in the gym, I also use these as warm-up bands. So I can use them to do like rear delt warm-ups. I can use it to do my Y pulls, T pulls. I can use it to wrap around my knees and then do banded squats, you know, just to open up my abductors. So basically, any kind of band is actually really useful. I'd say floss band give you a little more variety in that sense. So this is what I choose. Next, I also have a sweatband. I'm sure you've seen me wear these multiple times. Basically, I wear it because if I sweat, right, I don't want to get white salt spots on my hat. So I get all the sweat on my sweatband and then I wash these. And then there aren't any white sweatbands on my hat and it keeps it clean. Personal preference here. Plus my hair is ridiculously long right now. And so the sweatband just helps to keep it out of my face if I were to decide not to wear a hat. But as of now, I am keeping my hat on and keeping that hair under control. Moving on, I also have wrist wraps. Wrist wraps are important, especially if you have really skinny wrists like me. I'd say that I use these practically every time I do shoulders and every time I do chest. Basically just helps me not get any pain, maybe some carpal tunnel or whatever if I were to use my wrists a lot for like pushing motions or to grip and stuff. So wrist wraps, these are the stiff kinds. These will also be in a link below. Got these from Amazon. Love them. There are also some that are more flexible. If you choose to like those, it's not a big deal as well. Same thing. But I choose the stiff ones. And then next I have something like I think it's like a VersaGrip. Not really. But these are the flexible kinds. Basically, this allows you to still work on your grip, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt your hands. So let's say you have a torn callus or something, you can just put this on and you can still work on your grip but not hurt your torn callus even more. So I barely use this. I use this sometimes, but let's say if the knurling on a bar is extremely aggressive, then I'll throw these on. And lastly, what I have in the main pockets would be wrist wraps. So wrist wraps, basically every time I'm doing a pull motion, and I'm focusing on my back and not on my grip, I will throw these on. So on back day, I use these a lot. Also, if I'm doing like a really heavy deadlift per se, I'll throw on the wraps as well. These are extremely cheap. Many times if you buy something off of like bodybuilding.com, they'll throw these in as a free gift or something. And that's how I got these in the first place. So wrist wraps, important as well. Then, of course, I have a shaker bottle or just a regular water bottle just so that I'm hydrated while I'm working. Currently, I have some BCAAs in here. I don't always take BCAAs. It's just it came with my my FNX stack when I first got it. So I'm almost done with it, though, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get it because it's not necessary. But we'll talk about supplements in another video. But for now, water bottle. And of course, in my other pocket, I usually have my tripod and my phone. And that's just to help me take videos of my workouts. And that's how I'm able to post on YouTube. Well, those are the main accessories that I use for my workouts, and they're extremely useful. Use them all the time. Some people think it's cheating, but not really. If it's going to help you with your workout so that you'll be able to lift more weight, then that kind of helps your muscles in that sense, you know, because you are able to lift more weight, you're able to see more growth. Sure, you might not be able to work on your grip as much, but that's another thing that you can work on your free time or on, let's say, a day that you choose to work on your weak spots, you know? So that's why I choose to use accessories. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please like the video, subscribe, Oh, and comment if you want, and send me any recommendations of any accessories that you do use, or send me any recommendations for my videos, and I'll love to read them all and do whatever I can to improve. Don't forget to go to fnxfit.com, use my personal code NSANE to get yourself 15% off of your entire order. Well, thanks for watching, and remember, train insane.